He was very fast.
Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything
Interesting.
specific, but like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss.
Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy boozy, and
I got a fart, and this chair's gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait!
John.
Hey!
Oh no! Everybody else, hey! What's going on?
Hey.
I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting
how
music.
my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
The ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
What has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." They're like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update: not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. Yeah. No, but it was did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No. I'm sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bag.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smooth or crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice.
Someone get me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marylane's got pink eye. She touched her and all.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly. It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the Governor General of the stream.
God damn it, guys. I took a riddle today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? 2 screens. I want to have 2 screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh.
Ouch.
Right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to fucking take over this fucking festival, and you're not going to fucking stop me. Why? All these fucking robots are all around the fucking city, right?
Yeah, don't knock a spit roast till you try it.
Just hang on. Can you just keep going? Make an appeal right now for us to stop this whole thing. Go ahead, Tom.
I think we should see Paul's face for this. There's going to be tears.
No, your junk in the trunk is not as prominent. Make the camera go lower now. Jesus. Now bounce your bottom, sir.
What are we doing?
Having a nice time. So let's watch
That's
it one more
Betty
time.
Crease's Jamaican for poop shoot.
So I'm on the toilet. The toilet paper's here. I grab some of the toilet paper. I stand up. I turn around.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Frank, no.
A whole lot of the world can get it right round itself if I have a bomb on bed.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
What was Tom talking
Whoa!
about?
Whoa!
Go, man.
What happened?
Go, man.
The bed is what?
He did it.
Richard Ball, we're over. I want people to be saying, "Michael, is that a beard?" And I can say, "No, shit residue from the kink I enjoy participating." I was moving into position right to blast away on her their chest, and I slipped on the sheets and accidentally punched her in the face, and then.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Oh, hello.
Lovely ambient music coming in, Chris. What's going on?
Oh, really?
I'm muted.
Ah,
No.
Oh, how does it feel to be so disappointed?
What's going on?
Oh, are you
John,
okay?
welcome home.
Actually, I was just joking. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I want to say this right now. If you ever started using your emotions as a weapon, you would win all fights, because that look down was so sullen. Oh, like. Hello.
I could definitely, I could weaponize my feelings for sure.
Absolutely. Have you? What situation have you fake cried
Weaponize
in?
these feelings.
That's what I do, Chris. I
Yeah.
mean, you're over there. That's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
What situations have I fake cried in? Is that what you just asked me?
Yes.
And how many times was it at the request of a lover?
Oh,
No, I've never been asked that, thankfully.
really? Wow.
I don't think I've fake cried
I feel
for
like
any reason.
That's what I thought the answer was going to be. I thought you were going to be like, yeah, I've
yeah.
never actually done that. So much.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
I like your honesty. How was everyone's not camping weekend?
We had a great time.
It was fine. Yeah.
We had a lovely time. We went over all the best high school movies, and
Oh, it was fun last night.
I talked to
Yesterday.
Ashley for an hour, 2 hours about movies yesterday. 2 hours.
How many
She
of them
almost-
had you seen?
And you know what? He was fucking impressed with my answers too.
There were some really good answers. There were some good answers. She picked up on a reference, a movie
I picked
reference
up
that
on
the
a
chat
movie
made.
reference.
What was the movie reference? I really hope it was something.
What was it again?
Very,
It was
it was
The
from Schindler's
sentence,
List.
the sentence was, ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to be a New York comic.
And I knew it was from Goodfellas. Damn it! I should have let you prove that you knew what that was.
It could have been a few different ones. I thought it was Goodfellas, or it could have been a version of Catch Me If You Can, wanting to always be a New York Yankee because the New York Yankees look the best. But yeah, Goodfellas.
That feels like, all right, Kimmers, let's not go crazy. Ashley knows.
Whoa,
let's not get wild.
The only reason she knows that Goodfellas clip is because technically, if you edit all the streams the three of us has done together, Chris and I have reenacted every moment of Goodfellas. Even
I have actually seen Goodfellas and I love it.
Do you remember the stream where we snuck
time.
in through the back door to see Frankie Valli show, and we dropped the table off, and everybody sent champagne over to us?
I
Do you remember that
to
stream?
I have to stress this right now. They were there to see Henny Youngman, and if you make another mistake
Youngman,
like
that's
that,
right. Yeah,
I'm going to have to break your jaw.
Henny Youngman was the Frankie Valli of comedy, though. Let's be honest.
That was Shecky Green. Henny Youngman was the Henny Youngman of music because he also played the fiddle inexplicably.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. God, comedy used to be so bad.
So bad. Do you want to know a very
Jesus.
good Henny Youngman story that I think is apocryphal, but I hope it's really good? Which is Henny Youngman is on a plane with an alternative comic and writer T-Shawn Shannon. T-Shawn Shannon is wearing a comedy club T-shirt. Henny Youngman goes, "You a comedian?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Piece of advice from me. Never swear. Always keep it clean." And then the stewardess came over and he went, "Where the fuck have you been? I want a goddamn fucking scotch." And then he kept going, and I was like, God, I want that to be true so badly.
Yeah, that's something you do want to be a real story, but it's
yeah.
probably not.
I mean, that's sort of what Rob Schneider told me. Rob Schneider was like, because when I opened for him, I had to work clean.
When did you open for Rob Schneider? When did you, Chris Betts, meet Deuce Bigelow, International Gigolo?
I was asked by his the tour booker to open for him at Leicester Square Theater. They called me up and they were like, "Do you want to open for Rob Schneider?" And I was like, "Yes, of course. Of course I want to do that." What a ridiculous thing.
Does that tour booker now have a very cute cat that I follow on Instagram?
I don't know. I'm not that deep into. I can just tell you who it is in the private chat. I mean, actually, I don't think she'll matter. I don't think she'll care.
Yeah, I know exactly who this is. I bet I'm going to see who it is. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's her or Andy Townsend are the king of. Do you want to open for this random ass thing?
Yeah, and she was. I remember it was like the show was fun. Oh yeah, Sadaf was there. Hey, sweetheart. She says Bet's opening for Rob Schneider was a wild experience because all my jokes, if I don't have any sex or anything like sort of controversial, they're all just very philosophical on like the nature of wishing. And and so it was like, it was very odd. Like I had a nice time. It was, I didn't crush by any means, but they were engaged and they were laughing and it was good. And I came off and Rob Schneider gave me this weird look. Cause like before he was very nice. He didn't have to talk to me. Oh, she will be. The news has been broken, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So Stephen, for the podcast listeners, hello podcast listeners. Stephen asked, so Ashley, are you opening for any odd comics soon? Ashley, who are you opening for soon?
I'm opening for this little known guy called John Hastings.
I hear he's a prick.
I hate that guy. He owes me money.
Yeah, I've kind of heard weird shit about him too.
Hang on. Do I actually owe you money?
No.
Yeah, great.
No. I just knew that would really bother you. Because
I owe someone in the chat some money from our camping weekend because I was camping with two people from the chat, and I hate online banking so much because I get the message and I'm like, if I don't do this right now, I'm not going to do it. And also the internet's crap here, so it's going to be don't let him borrow your socks, Ashley.
I won't be letting you borrow any of my belongings.
What happened to the socks? What's the socks a reference to?
You wiped your arse with your sock?
Yeah, but because I was in a situation where I needed to
no,
wipe
we
my
all
ass.
agreed that there was a better way out of that, and there was a better way out of that.
We discovered it afterwards, and you're all welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the kid who got polio that led to the invention of penicillin. I don't remember if penicillin was invented to fight polio, but I'm sticking with
penicillin was discovered by accident.
With a sock, you cannot play it off as something important.
A scientist had a shit-covered sock in his lab, and penicillin grew on it. That's where penicillin came from.
You're all welcome. I just want to let you all know, you're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Also, I tried to jump on the stream while camping.
Joseph Salk. Yeah, that's his
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
You tried to jump on the stream while camping.
Because for some reason the first day we all had I had internet access, and then it just switched over to analog text, because one of the people in the chat who I was camping with, King Geo WTF 247 or whatever the hell, he was watching the stream. I'm watching the stream, I'll be there in an hour, while I was making a bunch of food over 2 fires. And I was like, I want to get on the stream and show everyone the campsite, but it was like my phone literally, I opened StreamYard and I got to it, and then just to click on go live, the whole thing just went white, and then a circle appeared for 15 minutes. I was like, this will never work. This will never work. But I was so excited for a second.
We had 1 million and King Geo on their way to meeting you in the chat, giving us updates.
1 million wasn't. 1 million was still where 1 million lives. 1 million came the next day.
Oh, gotcha.
King Geo and I had a gentleman's day the first day, which was we got there. We ate so much pasta. I smoked a bunch of weed and had 1 whiskey and 2 beers. King Geo laid off the whiskey, didn't lay it off the weed, laid on the whiskey. Needless to say, we went to bed when there's a weird dream space you get when you're stoned and really tired, which is you are aware that you are dreaming. I know, Stephen. You're aware that you are dreaming, and also aware that things are happening that you should deal with when you're awake. And it is truly a wonderful place, because you just start playing a game called which of this is the dream, which of this is real. And then he eventually just went, we both got to go to sleep. We keep falling asleep. And I was like, hell yeah, dog. What a great idea. And then we just went to sleep and woke up the next day. He took 3 different naps, like the gentleman that he is.
That's the worst story I've ever heard.
I know. Doesn't go anywhere. We sat in the rain getting drunk and then went to bed. It was awesome. And then I woke up. I read a full book. He had 3 separate full naps, naps.
Nice.
Got up, did one thing, and then went, I think I'm going to have another nap. And then he moved location for each nap, which I thought was a nice touch. And then I read all of Running the Light by Sam Talent.
How is that? I heard it's great.
It is phenomenal. And it describes 3 things. I'd experienced a bunch of stuff in it. And he describes 3 feelings amazing. One of which is the exhaustion of travel while waiting to go on stage. He described it as you feel like you're evaporating. And I was like, yep, that's exactly how that feels. That is exactly how that feels, where you are. And it also described killing when you don't care as he is bored of this. This brings him no joy. Or this talent brings him no joy. And I was like, yep, that's how I feel. I felt that for years of my life. And
that's one of my favorite moments in the comedian documentary, where he's sitting around with Colin Quinn, and Jerry Seinfeld's like, how do I know I'm back? He's like, you know how you know when you're back? When you're killing and you feel nothing. You're just like, oh great, I made these fucks laugh again. Who cares?
Yeah, he's 100%. Yeah, but it's a different thing. There's 2 different things. There's that thing of you're not thinking about each bit of how is this going to work? Is this working? Is it where it's literally just smooth all the way? That's positive, because you're above it managing. I'm literally talking about in your head, you're like, am I gonna get a panini later? No, I don't want a panini.
Yeah.
All right. Literally just I should swim in a lake.
John, you'll be able to tell me if this is true or not, because I heard what I feel is an urban myth about a Canadian comedian, and I never got the name of the Canadian comedian, but I feel like he was an East Coast guy who had been going for so long, and he would always wear a suit, and he had this hour that just crushed, just bang, 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 bang. But he knew it so well that he would just have earbuds in, and he would be listening to music or something while he was on stage and just crushing.
No.
Do you know anyone like that?
No, I don't know anyone like that. I also don't know anyone of that generation who wears a suit that I would describe as crushes. I would describe them as
They crush. They might not be good, but some of these guys fucking kill. No?
They do not. No.
Okay.
I do not. There's a couple of things. I did a lot of mushrooms this weekend. There's a couple of things that were moving forward from the other galaxy. Oh, by the way, Sky opened up and I saw Valhalla. And the next night, we then took, myself and one other guy upped it by a gram and then took it again. But then I got really tired, so I just fell asleep after taking mushrooms.
Oh.
Here's what happens when you do that. You just wake up peaking on mushrooms.
Yeah.
But luckily, I had a sense of it where I was like, all right, I had about 30 seconds of my brain was like, Here's the information you need to know that now that you're awake.
Hmm.
Here's what we're feeling. Your mind is racing. You are on magic mushrooms. You're going to need to deal with that. Just remember, I'm your brain, and now I'm on drugs. Good luck. And I was like, okay, we're going to need a flashlight because I feel there's a lot of stuff around me. Got to confirm if that's real. Flashlight and sweep of the cabin. Nothing going on. Wicked.
Nice.
Move to. Back to sleep. Very tired. Go back to sleep. And it literally felt like a train of thought was running through my head and like whizzing around. And I was like, no, can't do that. Also, I started smelling a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, for podcast listeners, John's mom is behind him right now.
Yeah, she's fine. I'm a 36-year-old.
Pottering.
People that are like, like hiding things from their parents at that age. I'm just like, just be honest.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, come on.
Can I ask the grams? Can I ask the grams you were doing?
4 and then 5.5.
5.5 is a lot. 4 is perfect. 4 is exactly right. I don't understand why I think I did 8 was the most I ever did. I went to the fucking moon. I had an amazing time. I was but 4 is just nailed it.
I was up for like 30 minutes of just like there was like crazy, like I've never had hallucination smells before. Like it smelled like space and like a bunch of crazy weird like lizard like snake scales, all this stuff where I'm like, this is not in this room.
Yeah.
And then I went outside, smoked weed on my porch because I was just like, I need to go to bed. I got to drive for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then I also did a thing that is so lame, Ashley. Ashley, this is so lame, but it is true, which is I out loud said to the trip, I'm going to need you to cool this now.
Totally works though.
And it 100%
totally works. 100% works.
And I was outside, and then you know how you get night vision when you're taking because your pupils are so open? It literally just started fading, and I was like, thank you, and then went back inside. Bam, right to bed.
It totally works.
Woke up at 9:30 feeling amazing. Also, you've taken a lot of mushrooms. Do they make you go caca? Because I was farting and shitting to a level that was extortionate. I could have used that. I could have made a business pay me protection money to prevent me from coming in their business. What was happening to my body? Like, and we're not talking loose change. We're talking full meat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, sometimes switches. Welcome.
Yeah.
Non-stop shitting.
He was there. It was awesome. It was so good. I feel so empty right now. And then I longboarded for 12K with my friend, and it was awesome.
Wow.
And they stayed by the campsite, and an annoying guy we know who stays sometimes on the same campsite showed up and made them look at a hot spring he built while me and my buddy were on a bike trail. I was longboarding, he was biking, just singing weird Christian songs from when we worked at the Christian camp.
Yeah.
When the cities crumble. Yep, singing them. It's real good stuff.
Was that an accompanying dance that I saw there, John?
Yeah.
You got to do the dance.
You got to do that.
I can't remember the lyrics. King Geo. Where is he? King Geo. Put the lyrics to Never Surrender in the chat. Put it right now. Oh, way more than that. Way more.
Yeah. They're all every single time. Every single time there's like a religious place, you always go, oh, what grows here? Mushrooms. It's always mushrooms. Ashley, you were telling me that like mushrooms grow near fairy circles, right? Fairy rings.
Yeah.
That's why you guys think fairies are real, because a guy named Donald.
I'm sorry, that's not why we think fairies are real. Fairies are real.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I forgot that fairies are real.
Just that the only way that people have ever thought they've been in the other worlds is through taking mushrooms.
Actually, I'm going to say this right now. No wonder the Catholic Church did a number on Ireland. If you guys were able to be sold on fairies via a hole, a man in a gold suit showing up and being like, I have the answers when you're all covered in mud, I'd be like, yeah, you fucking do. Let's go with this guy. You know what I'm saying?
I got to say, the first time I went to St. Paul's, I was like, I get it now. I totally get it. St. Paul's Cathedral is so beautiful and grand that you go, these guys have the answers. Of course they fucking do. Look at this place. I live in a literal hut.
I don't know anyone who hasn't gone to the Vatican that hasn't come away with like, I get it. Like, because everyone's like, it's a city of gold. And imagine you showed up and you've never seen a horse, and then you see that, you'd be like, well, these guys know what's going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you not trust that? It's the same thing as like, what's that? Is it the Music Man where the guy comes in, basically the monorail episode from The Simpsons?
Yes, thank you.
Where he's just,
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Ashley, how old are you? What year were you born?
1993.
Chris, look up when the monorail episode aired. I think that episode
It will have been
is
around
old.
then.
I think it might be older than Ashley. This is so exciting. This means if you're older, if you're younger than that show, that means Chris and I are relevant for another 15 years. Take that, show business.
You have officially brought us in. Holy shit. When's your birthday again? It's coming up. It's Tuesday.
Oh,
It's
here we go.
tomorrow.
Here we go.
It's tomorrow. That makes it September 28th. That episode aired January 14th, 1993.
Oh,
the monorail episode is older than you.
Alive.
Oh my god. Not only that, if I'm doing the math right, your parents had yet to sleep together to create you.
No.
That's right around the time that she was conceived. It might be the day.
I would have been a little fetus.
They might have been celebrating that episode. Your dad loves musical numbers so much.
He was just like, ooh, and your mom was like, but Main Street's still all cracked and broken. And your dad was like, sorry, doll, the crowd has spoken.
Because there's a misconception. The pregnancy is 9 months. It is 10.
Is it
40
really?
weeks. It's
Why
40
is
weeks.
why is that such a thing?
Everybody's just
that
like
we
it's 9
don't
months.
know?
It's 40 weeks.
Why don't we
40
know
weeks
that?
in a month.
Ashley, why don't we know that?
Because people just think it's 9 months. It's 40 weeks.
But 10 is such a rounder number. Why would we not gravitate towards the right number that's a preferred number?
Because humanity is stupid.
That feels wild.
I think what it usually is that
Google is losing its mind over this. All right, there's a bunch of answers and a bunch of reasons why.
Yeah. Most people do have the baby in the 9th month, or, I guess people wouldn't have known they were pregnant for the first month.
Yeah, so it's basic, but it's so confusing because it's based on the counting of when the last menstrual cycle is. Also, it's not an exact science of when the kid is going to come out.
Yeah.
Which is why they go 9 months as opposed to 10 months, because it's like 9 months and it's 40 weeks plus or minus 7 days, depending on what Google result you look at. Bear the way, I'm just on the front page of Google looking at the first bit of the articles. What? Women all know within 6 weeks, right? Right? Bad news, buddy.
It turns out those legislatures did not do their research, or
No.
they very much did.
Not even this.
They very much did.
5-second Google search amount of research.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to say it. I think America morally might be in a bit of trouble right now.
Dude, I was listening to the Two Bears podcast today, and Bert Kreischer talks about having a panic attack on the flight because society is such a fucking mess over there that he was like,
Here's what I will say.
Everyone's so tense.
I don't know about the rest of the country. California, not nearly as tense as Canada is right now. Like, California is in this weird place where it's like, because it's like, yeah, shit, things are shit. Been shit for a while. Go outside. It's sunny. And it's like, all right, I will. Good point. Uh-oh. What's the matter, Ashley?
Canada keeps locking down again.
I have a lot of candles lighting, and I was just looking if any of them posed any imminent threats.
Oh, no. That can't be how you go, Ashley.
Are you expecting
someone? No, I was just checking. I just went and bought a load of candles today, and I decided to light a load of them at one time, and it's just this really ambient thing, and I got into a really Halloween-y vibe today. And I'm just really excited about Halloween.
I agree with everything you're saying. Halloween rules. It is the greatest of all holidays.
It's the best one.
People are nuts. You guys, that doesn't make any sense at all.
What's your favorite one? And if you say Christmas, I'm going to kick you in the butt. Yeah,
No,
goodbye. Thank you,
he
Ashley.
doesn't even get to say.
Finally.
He doesn't even get to say.
Finally. All the toxic masculinity stripped from the stream. Now it's just noble allyship and forward thinking. Chris is making a frowny face. Let's go to it now. Yep, that's what people who don't like Halloween look like.
Yep.
May Day for life.
I love Halloween so much. I love.
You're not getting your $162. How about that, King Geo WTF coming in with? I mean, it's not a
Thank you,
holiday.
King Geo. You don't get a day off.
Goodbye. I only did that because I knew you would
I
laugh
love
very
the
hard.
whole. I love the whole season of it. You know, I love autumn. I love I just love it. I love it being like a little bit darker, a little bit spooky. The fashion of autumn is really nice, and
But that's autumn. That's not Halloween. Autumn's great. Autumn's my favorite season.
I know, but I
Halloween,
do love that it drifts into that kind of spooky, ghosty story vibe. It's just I love the whole thing.
I guess
I completely agree with Ashley.
I don't
It's
get it at all.
phenomenal.
It's ridiculous.
It's also not based around
Christopher.
so many
Ridiculous holiday.
obligatory obligation annoying things.
Mhm.
Christmas would be great if it was like 2 days and you could cherry pick your family. Christmas, if I'm not careful, will be 1 week of going to various people's houses I do not like and eating under or over seasoned food and going, actually, I don't want to drink. And they're like, it's Christmas. And I'm like, this is your 1 day. This is my 11th day.
Also, a lot of the Festival of Samhain is just, it's so fun. Like the otherworld stories from Samhain are just incredible.
If it was Samhain, fair, cool. That's a thing. There's a ritual to it. There's history.
There's a ritual to Halloween.
But literally,
Halloween
Halloween is an
fucking boring.
evolution of Samhain.
Yeah, but a
What is-
terrible evolution in the
what is
way that
boring?
like NSYNC is technically an evolution of the early Beatles. Like it's just garbage.
No,
You're
no.
garbage.
Yeah, you're garbage.
I love the kids going trick or treating. I love that aspect of
Yeah.
it. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
that's
most
I
of
think
it.
That's
the way adults celebrate it is a nightmare.
I
And
no,
hate it.
I hate. Yeah, I hate the
Yeah,
kind of
she
crazy
knows.
nights out where people get
There you
really
go.
drunk and really shit.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
not what I'm
preach, Manny.
talking
Go,
about. That's
go,
not
go.
Halloween to me.
But none of us have
She's right.
kids. None of us are kids. So that is no
but
longer
we can
our
still
Halloween.
enjoy Halloween. You are such a killjoy. Will you shut the fuck
Thank
up?
you. Thank you, Ashley. As usual, thank God Ashley's here, so madness does not prevail. It's exactly it. It's super fun seeing the joy of children in costumes and
Yeah,
then
of
getting
course.
candy.
That's great.
But not just children. I'm sorry. I love getting all fancy dressed up at Halloween.
I
But
completely
not
agree.
going out and being shit-faced,
No.
annoying, drunk about it.
Exactly. It's also that thing of unfortunately, I don't live anywhere where trick-or-treating happens. But if it did, I would be dressed to the nines. Haunted house. Future news. Whoever lives near me, if and when I ever buy a house, I'm the guy you get very worried about the last week of October because I bring it when it comes to decorations. What's that giant light that we can see from space? Oh, Hastings is decorating for Halloween, and he calls this phase 1. Like,
I would love to do a big Halloween party and like go all out, no budget, just design such a cool party. That would be such a dream for me. And, you know, I'm not entirely certain I would ever have a wedding, but if I did, it's Halloween themed.
Halloween themed wedding. Nice. Feels like a very Aubrey Plaza move.
now, well, it's mostly just a real April from Parks and Rec move, if you got to point it out. You want to know whose favorite Halloween? Who loves Halloween too, Chris? My mom. See, you fucking see. You're gonna go against fucking.
I can't hear what
Yes,
she's saying.
Joanne.
What was that? Was she
Yes,
saying
Joanne.
my son's a liar and
No,
he's
she just said,
putting words in my mouth?
I'm not putting words in her mouth. She has worn the same Halloween costume since university. Mom, where are you?
Better be
She'll
sexy
put it on.
nurse.
She'll
Better be sexy
put on-
nurse.
She's putting on. Go put it. She's putting on the costume right now, Christopher. So I hope you enjoy this a very Halloween themed episode. I don't know why
This
she walked
is-
outside. Ashley
Ashley
just froze.
froze.
so
Ashley
happy.
froze. Yeah.
It's bad. It's very good.
Okay.
All right.
I did freeze. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
I got too excited.
I want you to know she's right now not putting on her Halloween costume. She's doing the most mom activity ever. She is taking clothes down off of the clothesline because she's washing all my camping stuff so it can be packed up and back on the shelf.
It's probably because
And
they
then-
look too much like spooky ghosts, and she doesn't like Halloween, and you're a liar.
You're a Halloween Scrooge. is
I am
what
a
you are.
Halloween Scrooge. I 100% am a Halloween
Yeah,
Scrooge.
is Sadaf in the chat? Sadaf, talk about
I think she's gone. Sadaf fucking loves Halloween as well. We talked about
Sadaf
this
loves
yesterday.
Halloween,
Loves
which just
Halloween.
proves that Chris is
What's
wrong.
your
fucking problem?
Yeah.
Why don't you just embrace it? What's your favorite holiday? And if you say Christmas, I'm punching you in your face. I'm punching you like this.
Honestly, because of the way I've lived my life for the last few years, I don't know when they are, and I've been so far away from my family that except for Christmas, we haven't really done any. So I don't know. It's open season. It's open season for favorite holidays.
As a kid?
Then why not?
By the way, Chris, I'm sorry.
Long weekends. Just long weekends.
Something has just occurred to me.
Yeah.
If you don't think we're doing a Halloween special stream,
oh, I'm sure we will. But
okay.
I have to work that day. It's such a shame.
And you will be costumed, and you will be
in a costume,
present, and you will be having a nice time.
I will be.
Here's my question.
You know what I'm going to be? I'm going to be Scrooge, but which Scrooge? That's
the only
question.
Scrooge. Michael Caine in a Muppets Christmas Carol is the only Scrooge.
I was thinking McDuck, but there are many Scrooges. We'll find something.
Scrooge McDuck is also great, but he is nothing compared to Michael Caine.
Thank you.
Yeah, give us Murdoch or give us Death.
I will be dressed up.
I just never understood, but I'm also not a dress up person in any way. I've never been a costume guy. So I think that's part of it as well. Is it just doesn't appeal to me. I just don't get it. It's just not for me. I like Easter. Easter's cool. Hiding chocolate for my wife. Fucking love that. I set up Easter egg hunts for my wife. It's the best.
Yeah. The other reason why Chris loves Easter is he just likes it when a Jewish man gets hurt.
I think he'd converted to himism at that point, hadn't he? He'd sort of been like, "It's me, baby. I'm the son of God. Let's go."
Excuse me, Chris. Are you gonna ruin Halloween?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I love it
how
so
dare
much.
You? How?
Hold on.
Mom, come back. It's now full screen. There. See now that's the Halloween spirit right there, Bets.
Yes.
Light up. See, it says the baddest witch on it too. You don't have that during Christmas, do you?
I love that so much. I love it so much.
That's very good. That's very good.
It lights up. Yeah.
I feel like I've just seen like my favorite celebrity or something.
This is very funny. Hinduism. I like that. I didn't want to let that slide. Well, that was very sweet.
What a beautiful bookend to a section I like to
if
call.
If you say you don't like Halloween after that, you're officially just
I like
total grump.
I like your mom having Halloween. I don't like Halloween. I'm glad she has it.
No. You've been proven wrong. Don't be a white man. No. This is what white men do, where they look at something and they go, "Oh, I'm wrong," and they go, "Well, I like that you like it." And guess what? That should result in a brutal evisceration of your body via a chainsaw.
I think you're being a white man right now.
No, I am not. I'm being a good boy. Angels.
This is the one. I'm being a good boy.
If anything, he's being a white woman.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm being a Karen. All right, I'm being that couple stood in front of their house awkwardly. No, not enough has been said about that couple that stood in front of their house with a bunch of guns while people walked by them. And my favorite ever is the woman holding a gun like this.
Yeah. Didn't they get pardoned? I think they got pardoned.
They did. They got pardoned by Trump, and he's now running for Senate.
You know who didn't get pardoned? Did we see?
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, I certainly did.
Yeah.
That's right, guys. Chris Betts' favorite singer will not be releasing an album for the next couple of years.
The remix to Incarceration, more like. Yeah.
Incarceration, be in protective custody. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute obvious thing is like, fuck R. Kelly, fuck him, rot in jail, you motherfucker. Oh,
all counts. Yeah. All counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we needed this, especially since Cosby was released. It's like we need someone else in jail. We can't have this shit.
No. Oh my God, man. My mom's back. That's so weird. There was just a witch here earlier. Hey, girl shot. Did you guys ever watch Surviving R. Kelly? I think it was what it was called.
No, I didn't actually.
I was in because that came out in the middle of the pandemic, and I was sad enough.
I was not in a place for it when it came out.
Came out a full year before the pandemic. I'll have you know, but may not.
Oh, I only heard about it then.
May not have reached Europe a full year. I binge watched it. I came back after doing 2 shows at the Seattle Comedy Underground and thought, I'm going to try and watching this. And it is so harrowing and horrifying. I made
Yeah.
coffee and binged the whole thing that night because I was just like, I have to know all of this so it no longer lives in my nightmares. And it was so well done. Even like they did a most of an episode on that first trial, and they are like, okay, here is what happened. Here's how he defended it at trial. They're like, if you'll notice, all of the people he like targets are all connected to his employees. So that, and they point that out like mid through. It's like the girl wouldn't testify, and not, like her family wouldn't, and they're like, oh, the reason is that girl's father was his guitar player.
Yeah,
and all of
so
this,
they all rely on him.
Yeah,
and they can't
like,
just
fucking monster.
Yeah.
And then they go back through, and all the interview subjects, they explain how the victim that they were connected to was connected to R. Kelly, and you realize who all these people are that are telling the story. It's fucking banana. Like, you walk away being like, so we kill him. Like, we just kill him, right? We should kill him.
Yeah.
I think we kill him. Yeah.
Did give birth to one of my favorite SNL sketches. Did you see the one where Keenan plays R. Kelly and he's interviewed by Leslie Jones?
No.
Playing Gail.
But that sounds great.
It's fucking great. He keeps asking her to call him victim. And there's one point where he's like, where are all the cameras? She's like, they're right there. He's like, you keep your cameras out in the open? Woo, you some freaks.
It's insane that most of the sketch comedy that's been created in my lifetime at some point had to make fun of R. Kelly. Think about that.
Yeah, I mean that the Dave Chappelle "I Want to Piss on You" song is amazing. That's fucking incredible.
I like it even more than he quite famously sought Dave Chappelle out and asked him what he was thinking. Actually, do you know what we're talking about? You may okay. So Dave Chappelle, before he became a comedian who doesn't write the ends of jokes, he just stands on stage in questionable fashion and says weird things.
Right.
Before that,
I disagree with that, but fine, we can have that chat another time.
We can have it right now. Let me do my impression of every Dave Chappelle bit. I don't like those people. Moving on.
That's not just an oversimplification, but wrong. But that's fine.
Let me just read from someone else's book. Let me just do that. Let me just read from someone else's. No, Dave. Put down Iceberg Slim's book. He needs that money. You can't take the end of the book.
That's not the end. That's right in the middle.
No, that's at the end. That story's at the end. That's his getting dragged back in, because it dovetails at the end of him him explaining his whole life. That's where it was.
No, the one the coat hanger story, because that's what he told.
It's the story of the guy wrapped in the carpet and he had paid for all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, we disagree. Anyway, the Chappelle Show sketch. So this is without us watching it. It's you can't dissect comedy from afar. The Chappelle Show one.
You absolutely. I mean, the amount of British comedy websites right now that would so disagree with you.
Every one of them should be shut down. Steve Bennett is a war criminal.
Steve Bennett has always been nice to me. Anyway, backing up. So he had the Chappelle Show. The Chappelle Show was the sketch show of my college and mine and Chris's college years. Chris didn't go to college. He was in Brighton, finger banging MILFs and drinking grappa. But I was in college.
Full banging MILFs. Thank you very much. Full banging.
1,000 apologies.
Thank you.
And then and that sketch was literally just him singing a song about how R. Kelly likes to piss on people. But he did it exactly like an R. Kelly music video, and it is phenomenal. It's just very funny and was everywhere. There's a weird thing of in the mid 2000s, the main cultural conversation was people stood in bars and restaurants telling each other quotes from movies or the Chappelle Show. And yes, we have improved in terms of a society.
Yeah, it was basically Anchorman, Superbad. Hold on, there's a plane.
Where is Chris living? You know, there's like, I feel like you're just living.
And we're back.
Are you living next to the Victoria Airport near the on-ramp to the highway?
We're really close. Like Sydney, where I am, is tiny, like one road tiny. And like one main road. That's where all the stores are. And the Victoria Airport is just at the end of that road. So we are on the flight path, and everyone is either taking off or landing. So
did anyone else hear Chris say stores instead of stores?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Is that not how we say it anymore? I've been living island life for so long.
Are you on island time now, which is just Pacific time?
Island time. Hey, crab catchers, I'm unwind you laxing.
I'm gonna cut your throat. I want you to know this right now. When we started talking about time zones, I brought up time zones. I just thought of comedian / conspiracy theorist / guy who's blocked me on Twitter, Craig Campbell, who whenever he went to New Zealand refused to get on Kiwi time, so he just remained on UK time for 5 weeks. And right there, you're like, that's such a stubborn move.
Yeah,
that's so stupid. How do you even conduct your day like that?
How did he know what time his show was?
As in, like, he would sleep as if it was nighttime when it was nighttime in the UK.
Yeah.
So I think he would get up, do his show like within an hour. Like, he would be up for less than an hour and then do his show.
Jesus, that guy's so fucking weird, man.
Oh,
again, always been nice to me. Always been nice to me.
He was weird to me, and then he got into a giant Facebook / Twitter fight with Jack Carroll, and Jack Carroll was kicking the shit out of him, and then he went onto Facebook and talked about how essentially, I don't remember what he said, but it was something like, all these lib comedians coming at me, and everyone was just giving him support, and I just was like, I need something. I want to write something that hurts this guy, but he can't reply. And so I asked my ex-wife, I went, what should I say in this situation? She wrote, just write, who are you? Because that guy will know who you are, and it will bug the shit out of him. And I write, who are you? Send. I was blocked on everything within the day.
That's so good.
It was really good. That'll fucking teach you to do the thing he did that I'm not going to talk about here that Chris knows.
Yeah, that was rude. You know what's what? I was talking to some bookers over here on the weekend, and even on a scene this small, they've got the guy that went hard alt-right and lost his mind.
Everyone's got one.
Every scene has one. I couldn't believe it.
Guys, even this stream has one. It's Chris, but his vaccine is Halloween. He doesn't want joy in his veins.
It's no good.
Happiness.
It's no good. Kids, yes. It's just not an adult. It's just not an adult
here's the
thing.
weird thing about Chris. He wants the kids for their invermectin sources. Or no, pardon me, their adrenochrome.
Can you get that from them? Adrenochrome.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
adrenochrome.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Yes.
I fucked up the joke. Ashley, I'm sorry. So sorry, Ashley. What?
Ashley, are you using your foot bath right now?
Oh my God! Yeah. So what is the foot
Are
bath?
you a liar?
I came back from the woods. You are.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
If I bought you a cam, wait, you're using your foot bath with socked feet? You wild.
Are they like sock baths? Like how you can put
They're
like
just
water
normal
inside
socks. I don't have
Oh.
my feet in water right now.
Wait, you're just putting your normal socked feet in water? Is that some sort of like weird? Is that like Michael Jackson sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber thing? Helping you unwind, you lax, but not like Halloween. This is the duality at the heart of man. That is coming in from Yes Meatballs. Oh, what a great thing!
Surprisingly deep things from Yes Meatballs. Tell us about the foot bath, Ashley. How did it come to be?
Yeah.
Why was it your deepest heart's desire?
So the foot bath. I bought myself a foot bath over the weekend. I have kind of wanted one for a while, I'm not gonna lie. And I basically one of my favorite things, John, you have a question.
What is a foot bath?
So
Oh, buddy, you haven't lived.
I think I know what it is, but I just want to be sure.
What do you think it is? I want to know what you think it is first.
I think it's one of those Patty and Selma sort of bucket things with a heater that goes grrr, and like jacuzzi's just your feet.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Hastings for the win. Another point for House Halloween. Take that, House No Fun.
I already knew.
One of my favorite things to do already is to wash my feet. I love it so much. I always enjoy washing my feet.
Do you like it when other people wash your feet?
No.
Interesting.
What?
I don't like other people touching my feet.
Curious.
I have a question. Do you feel that the foot is unclean, therefore you don't like it when other people touch it because you feel like you're embarrassed that they know how dirty your feet are?
are you just super ticklish?
I'm
Or are
super
you super
ticklish.
It's one of
I'm
the
super
two.
Yeah,
ticklish.
could have guessed that. Yep. Comes
Um,
across. I don't know how, but I knew that about you. I don't know how I knew that about you, but I did.
Have you ever been tickled so much you wet yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah. I've
How
also
much-
been frightened so much I've wet myself.
You literally piss yourself with fear?
Yeah.
You pissed yourself with fear?
Yeah. And I had a panic attack once, and then my brother was not allowed to scare me anymore.
Oh wow. Was it like just a jump scare? Just
a
you walked into the room, he was behind the door.
My brother has made both me and my mother wet ourselves from jump scares.
He made your mother wet herself, and you're saying
Yeah.
that to people on the internet 50 minutes, 25 seconds in, 26 minutes in.
Wow.
You know what? I'll say this right now. I'd hate if Tiger clipped that little thing. I would hate if that was.
Oh my god. How did he do it? I need this power. I can't do it to Sadaf should die, but
He just is so good at hiding and timing it. Like I don't know how he does it. I really don't. But there was one time where he just he will just stand in a dark room and wait for you to come in, and he might give it a good 20 minutes of waiting.
wow.
You know, like he really commits to it.
And does he jump or does he wait for you to turn on the light and he's just there?
So it depends. So sometimes he'll do that. Sometimes he'll like say something really quietly. Sometimes he'll jump at you. Like he really mixes it up. He loves to scare people. It genuinely brings him so much joy. But he hasn't done it to me since the time that he did it and I got a panic attack.
Wow.
I have a question. Did you have a panic attack and then piss yourself, or are those two?
No, two different events.
What I was hoping for. Now, did anyone else get really freaked out when Ashley started talking about people getting scared? And my mom just inexplicably started standing right here, holding what I know was a canoe oar, but what just looked like a giant wooden staff, just going through
drawers. I didn't even see the canoe oar.
Yeah, it was huge. She was just holding it like this.
Yeah, he's a deviant little child who is now 26 years old, but
that's good though. That's good mischief. I mean, as long as he stopped when you got the panic attack. If he kept going, then he's a bad boy. But...
Yeah, he had to stop, and I think that event made him realize how bad my nervous system actually is. But yeah, he hasn't done it to me, but he still kept doing it to Mom. But he got Mom really badly as well, and so now he mostly dedicates himself to trying to get Dad. But Dad's really hard to scare. Like he just doesn't really register it that much, but he has got him a few times.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, no shit. You're like, I'm surprised he can even scale your mom. Like based on their age, they lived through when Ireland was tick 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 boom 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 boom. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like
well, also like scuba diving is a scary thing to do.
Yeah,
that's
they have nerves of steel.
Yeah.
Here's what you do to get back at your brother is you just put in in his goggles one time, like just like and so like he's diving. No, wait, he works on ships. He doesn't scuba dive.
He doesn't scuba dive.
I knew it was. Yeah, he works on he welds the ship.
My folks did get him back once where they drove his car off.
A cliff?
No, like they got rid of it out of the house and like really convincingly made him think that we didn't know where it was or anything. Like we, did I freeze?
Nice.
I think I'm frozen.
Yep. Yeah, you froze for a second. You're back now.
Yeah.
John, your mom's been away for weeks.
Coming in from sometimes trying to prank me. Joke's on you. I can still hear her downstairs talking.
John, I can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Are you muted? I can't hear you.
I am not. You are very bad at prank.
That was terrible, Chris.
Yeah, it was. I was immediately delighted. Didn't work out.
Yeah. I worked at the very camp I was camping at this very weekend, and all of the staff watched a horror movie on a thunderous night, and then we came out and it had stopped raining, and like four different women counselors, like camp counselors, were like, hey, no one scare us. We're all in a weird mood after that movie. And it was like, are you out of your fucking... Like, I literally, as they were saying that, I saw 3 people recede into the shadows. Like, it was just like, what do you think is about to happen?
That's so funny. Just those people didn't even exchange a look. Just at once, all just homered into the bushes. Just disappeared.
Oh, there's this guy, Mike, who he's one of those guys that we all have in our life that you call the full name, which I won't use because I don't want to dox him. And
I got one of those. Yep.
He was the most silent walking man I've ever seen, to the point that we invented a game for the campers where all you had to do was just try and steal shiny pie plates before he found you and scared the shit out of you. I once saw him and it was like a goddamn robot. There was a girl stood on a porch that was playing the game, and she was holding a plate, and you had to get the plate to like another cabin without being scared. And she had seen him in the wooded clearing, so she's like stood in the light. He won't come in the light. Other people will see him. He went around the cabin and silently climbed up the cabin wall using a tree, and then walked along the roof, and then dropped onto the porch behind her, and then tapped her on the shoulder. And how I came into this is I was like one of the, like, this is a boundary, and I was like right behind her, and then all I heard was like, oh my god. And like, just I was walking towards the screen thinking someone's dead.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's great. That's great. I'm 100% for that.
Would you like to tell?
Like
just to make things even, here's a story of when I was scared. I had been mugged the week before. By mugged, I mean my phone. My phone was stolen off my head the night my grandmother died, and I was comforting my uncle. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Welcome to London. First month in London. And then I flew home for the funeral, flew back, was super jet lagged. And then I'm walking down one of those roads in London I don't know the name of, one of the big ones by Soho. And Francis Foster of the stupid podcast, I can't remember, where everyone's outraged about offense, and yet they're doing very well. What's it called? Trigonometry. Ran out of the alley and jumped towards me. And I literally cocked back and punched him in the chest as hard as I could. And then, because I was so frightened. And then he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Why did you jump at me?" And he was like, "I was saying hello. I was excited to see you." And I was like, "I did not see any of that. I know only fear." Like, I was literally just like, he was on the ground in severe pain. And I was like,
I like that your reaction to getting scared was to punch someone.
I was so terrified. I was literally just sort of like, this thing is I'm about to be mugged again.
Yes,
I'm
but
not
mine was to
going down
crumple on the floor and wet myself.
Both led to solutions. Yours led to your brother not scaring you. Mine led to that individual starting a podcast that I assume and I'm going to even say this unintentionally, dog whistles fascism. That's where I'm going to give him that little bit of rope. Unintentional.
I could see that.
Everyone's frozen, especially Ashley. Ashley's back. She's looking concerned. Okay.
I was enjoying the running commentary of the freezing.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to stop as well. Yep. Oh, John's getting a message from an air traffic controller.
No, what happened was you guys froze and then started talking, and it did that thing computers do, which is like, you need all of this.
Yeah.
And so this is what I heard. I was like, Ashley's frozen. Then I just heard John.
I love that the only name he pulled out was his. It's the only word he heard was his own name.
It stopped for my name, and I was like,
"Oh
what?"
wow!"
And then it went. For more comedy hijinks, you can see me at Rumors in Winnipeg all week, starting tomorrow, Tuesday at 7. Also, I don't know what the Wi-Fi will be like. Hopefully, streaming continues uninterrupted.
Mom's internet is garbage, but how was her spaghetti, John?
Delicious. I had some when I got home.
Sorry, Ashley. And
it's gone. The moment's gone.
Oh, I apologize.
Have you both been camping?
Not
like in the
a
past?
long time.
Yes.
bunch of
Okay,
times.
let me ask you this. Camping's one of those weird activities that you basically need a day. It's so relaxing. You still need a day of recovery after you get back because the teardown and like return into society is never relaxing. Like it always it undoes everything. Yeah. 5.5 hours in Ontario traffic with cottage. It's nice enough for people to eat the cottage. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's the worst. Is when you leave this peaceful thing and then everyone else left their peaceful thing and now you're all furious together, stuck on the road.
Of course.
We've undone it all.
When I was in school, we went camping we basically, one of the guys had a boat, and so we got on the boat and we went to one of the tiny little islands off the coast of where we all lived. I think it was Long Island we went to. It's called Long Island because it's long. So we went out there and we set up our tent on a beach, and about halfway through the night we wake up and we realize that the sea had come up to the tent. And so we had to like keep during the night moving the tent according to
hilarious.
We didn't sleep very much after that.
I remember one time I was trying to find a hostel with a friend of mine, and we just got lost, just completely lost. Literally couldn't find the town it was in.
Oh god!
And so we just ended up. It was nighttime. We're like, well, we're on this beach. It was in the southwest of France, so at least it was nice. It was summer in the south of France.
Did you say it was Nice?
It was Nice. It was. John's out of here. But. So we just put our bags down in the sand. We just had big, stupid backpack. I was 18. I like big, stupid backpacks. Put them down in the sand and just laid down and went to sleep right there. Woke up in the morning as the sun was coming up, and there was a surfing instructor and 3 little kids with their surfboards, like a mama duck and a bunch of ducklings following in his wake, just walking as like silhouettes along the beach and with the sunrise behind them. It was very wonderful.
That's so wholesome. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say this story again because I think it's the funniest thing ever, which is friends of mine partying in the Meadows on the second last night of the Edinburgh Festival, and they were so messed up that they got shooed away by a family setting up a soccer tournament at 11 o'clock in the morning. I stayed the night at a gal's place, had breakfast, made it home before one of my friends did. That was the best thing. Like literally he came in after me and I was like, where have you been? And he went, the Meadows. And I was like, oh, did you get up early? And he went, no, just got home. And I was like, just got home.
Yeah. There's something every now and then you get home in the morning and it's a wild experience.
As long as you have nothing to do that day, the best.
I never want to do it again. I've done it enough times. It's official where I'm just like, no, I'm good. Like even while camping, where it was like I could fight through this. The other guy who did the biking while I did the longboarding for 12K, he was like, I gotta go to bed. This was a bad idea, and I was like, yeah, I could fight through this, but no, screw it. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with the consequences. But sleep is the most important.
Yeah,
sleep. Nighttime.
Sleep is everything. Yeah, sleep is the foundation of my whole life. Now I'm in my late 30s. I'm getting that 8 hours.
It's so good.
I do not feel well when I don't get enough sleep. In fact, I think my entire digestive system has been punishing me for sleeping on a megabus last week. So,
still knock-on effects.
Oh God!
Actually, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think you and I could have lived similar lifestyles at the same age. When I was your age, I literally was a megabus.
But I didn't live the same lives as my peers since I was 11, you know?
Yeah. And I got news for you. This period of time, it's rough. But when their bodies all start like rebelling against them because you've had body rebellion your whole life, here's what's going to happen. Oh, look who's the alpha dog now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like how germaphobes felt when COVID started.
Oh my
washing
God,
your
it was-
hands? Huh?
Yeah.
Panic cleaning everything? Yes.
This is a random tangent. I recently found out a friend of mine that like part of his personality is like, I'm a germaphobe. I'm a germaphobe. Doesn't use condoms. And right there I went, no, you're a hypocrite. Not a germaphobe. Not
You
a
are not a
germaphobe. Right there.
germaphobe. There's a lot of germs in there. There's a lot.
I was like, no.
There's regular discharge, friend. You think you can have discharge without germs?
You are. Thank you, Ashley.
Outrageous.
As usual, Halloween House continues to be a number one.
That's so weird.
So weird, right? And also, I accused him of this. I was like, that's bad. And he was like, no, that's not true. And I was like, yeah, it is. That's how this works, bro.
Well, the one thing I will say in defense of that, well, okay, so germaphobes are very often like it's kind of misdiagnosed OCD. And OCD doesn't make sense. Like, I have OCD and like my brain will just decide that I'm upset about something and there's no pattern to it.
Oh, see, now I was gonna make, because I thought OCD, it was like there was like, it's one of those things where it's like, it was one of those traumatic psychological things where it's literally like, this happens, an offshoot of it could be this. You're trying to reckon with that event by never having it happen again. So you need like,
sort of, but like sometimes. Basically, the thing that people don't realize about OCD is that it's these compulsive... people associate OCD with compulsive actions. So, like, constantly having to wash your hands or whatever. And they think that that is attributed to some sort of logical fear all the time. But it's not really... As in, a lot of OCD that people don't realize is the obsessions. So it's obsessive compulsive disorder. So I have a lot more issue with the obsessions. Like I will get thoughts in my brain where I just cannot stop thinking about them, even if I don't want to think about them. So like I get really upsetting things in my mind that I just can't stop thinking about. And yeah, but then that sometimes will translate into something that I can't stop thinking about that becomes a compulsion as a reaction to that thought. So the one that I've had this like the one that I've weirdly is a new one lately is I keep thinking that I'm not drinking water.
How do you mean?
Interesting.
So when you know how when you fill up a glass from the tap, if you like fill up a glass of hot water from the tap, that's a hot water tank. It's not drinking water.
Yeah.
That's the same water as you use when you shower and stuff. It's not drinking water. So
This
you
is
have to
only
run a
true in the-
tap. You have to run a tap for about 30 seconds on cold to get drinking water.
Yeah.
That's how it's set up in the UK anyway. And so I have to run the tap for so long, and sometimes I'll fill up a glass of water and I'll just go, no, it's not drinking water. I have to pour it out and I have to use a new glass and I have to refill it. Like
Just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
So yeah, that's like the kind of strange obsessive thought that I get.
So what happens? So you just dump it out and then you pour a fresh one.
I pour a fresh one. Sometimes I need to get a new glass. Sometimes I need to like check the temperature of the water. Sometimes I need to like it just sometimes I get stuck on this thought of like why can't I get clean water? Like
wow. And does it like freak
really
you out, or are you sort of matter of fact about it of like, oh, I don't think this is drinking water. Splash next. Or are you just like, where the fuck is my goddamn water?
A bit of both, really. Are you seeking the perfect glass? I don't know. It's not. I can't really make sense of it. My brain is just like, it's not clean water.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Patty. Is a podcast listeners, Patty Padman, saying, I think water needs to be run for like 10 seconds, though. Yeah, that's how I've always done it. But
I've always done it by like I'll hold a finger under the water and make sure that it gets once it gets to the coldest that it will get to, then that's the drinking water. But OCD, like, I think it was Catherine Bohart said something about it once that was, it might have been in stand-up, but it might not have been, that OCD is just a liar. It just lies to you constantly. And it's kind of a really nice way to think of it. Because you can kind of calm yourself down a little bit and just be like, it's lying to you. You know?
And it's the same with depression. Depression is a liar.
Most mental health issues are lying to you.
Except alcoholism. You are great, bud. You're doing a great job.
That's true. That is true.
You are passing and no one knows.
Speaking of someone who only got depression for the first time at like first month into 36. Hey, no, 35. First month into 35 was the first time I ever got depression. And
do you think your depression would go away if you bought a water filter?
The OCD.
That's what got rid of it.
That comment was about something. Yeah,
I don't
so.
honestly. I
want you to know I was able to piece it back together because I unplugged it. Here's, by the way, why I left is I heard my mom go, "Jesus Christ," and I was like,
"Oh." Yeah, no, good shout.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
I get
completely
that.
fair.
That's strong word.
And I went, "Are you there?" She's just folding laundry. I'm like, "Are you all right?" And she was like, "Yeah, why?" And I was like, "I just heard you go, Jesus Christ." She was like, "Oh, it was my shoulder." Yeah. And I was like, Jesus. And then I peed. But it was just 1 minute where I was like, what the fuck? No, but getting depression that late, that really tricks you because like you're like, but this should have happened earlier. And it was like there was a bunch of factors that like literally I like as soon as I got any distance from it, I was like, well, it was these 8 things that probably triggered that, my friend. And you're like, but you can't see it it's like something my therapist said, because I'll spiral with anxiety. Like I will literally like be doing, I've done it on the stream. Be doing this stream and then internally like literally just losing my goddamn shit about something. And something he said, which is great, is he goes, we'll just stop everything and walk for a while. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, stop everything and walk away from everything. Like don't try and push it, just walk away from everything. And I was like, well, when do I stop? And he goes, when you stop thinking about all the other things that are masks of it and the actual problem. Like, because you're running away with it. And it was like, I'm like, well, that's not always going to work. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is why fucking therapists are annoying. Because you're just like, wait, what? You can't say that. And he's like, I can. I did.
Yeah. Welcome to being human. Nothing always works.
Exactly. I have a question about OCD in terms of being someone with OCD. How do you feel about the portrayal of people with OCD on mass media? Because I find as someone with anxiety, I get very angry about the portrayal of anxiety in mass media because it's portrayed. It's like literally like I have anxiety, and then your asshole just goes mess and all over your trousers, and you can't handle it with anything. Where it's more like, no, I just low level think I'm gonna die or be yelled at all of the time, all of the time. Like it's just sort of just there.
It's similar. It's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's fine. I don't know. I think it is that thing of kind of almost what I was already saying, is that people focus on the compulsions in OCD more than the obsessions. So you don't really see as much portrayal, I think, of that sort of internal struggle that happens. Because I'm pretty well able to keep the compulsions from they don't kind of take over my life, but the obsessions get me. Like I sometimes am just freaking out in bed trying to go to sleep because I can't get a thought out of my mind, you know.
Actually, I have one word for you, and it's a word that I've used a lot on this stream. That's recreational marijuana. That's 2 words, but what are you going to
do? And I think, hi, my name is Ruin in the chat. As someone without OCD, but already knowing people with OCD, I hate how people casually say it triggers my OCD. Yeah, that's one of those things. I understand what people mean by that, though. And I know that it kind of doesn't really I guess I'm one of these people that I don't really let people's words trigger me too much. You know, it's just like whatever.
I'm with my name is ruined for no other reason that it drives me crazy how people use those words flippantly.
Yeah.
Until it's one of those things where it's going, now you just don't know someone with it. It's in the same way where I really have worked hard to be like, stop being like, oh, I drank so much, I'm an alcoholic. And it's like, no, you're not. It's
it's
you
trivialized language.
Yeah.
And all that does to me is it just highlights that this person doesn't have a great sense of empathy. And I'm probably just like, I probably just won't be that great friends with you. That's all it is. Like, I don't let myself get sucked in by that sort of thing because it's just a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Not me. Suck me right in, baby.
In terms of, I mean, mental health isn't always portrayed very well. We mentioned one last night, Chris, that Paul Rudd program, Living with Myself.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good portrayal of mental health. And then
what is Living with Myself?
Paul Rudd and Aisling B. It's on Netflix.
Paul Rudd, Aisling B on Netflix. So good. Really good.
Hey, Mary-Elaine.
Hey, Mary-Elaine. Welcome in.
Oh.
But in terms of, I honestly, one of the best portrayals of anxiety I've ever seen was Connell in Normal People. I don't know if you watched Normal People.
No.
I like how you use their first name. Is it Australian comedian Daniel Connell?
No. Connell's
the name of the character.
Is the name of the character in Normal People.
Never seen the show. Never seen
it.
Thank you very much for following.
Watching Normal People. It's very sexy, but it also has just, I mean, it's also completely harrowing, but it does really, I thought it was one of the best things I've ever seen of anxiety.
I remember people loving that when it came out. I remember it was like
it came
big
out
old deal.
right at the peak of lockdown, the first lockdown. So it hit the market hard and fast.
I watched Tiger King the third day, like the day it came out. I saw that come up and I was just like, let's do this. I watched that and then my entire lockdown, I always think phase 1, which is before I went to Canada. So from March 13th until the end of July was either watching news coverage of the United States and the impending near coup d'etat of Trump, or just watching Parks and Rec on a loop, or playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nice.
I want to maybe get back into streaming, like playing a long video game like that. I'm thinking maybe restarting Red Dead.
I'm gonna start playing games again soon.
It's pretty fun.
It's not going to be, I think, until probably as crazy as it is January, because it's like between now and January, it's like I'm home for 7 days, then I go to Dubai, and then I'm home for 3 weeks, and then it looks like I'm in the UK. Sandy Shore 7, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
I'm in the UK, but I'm trying to take the winter off and just be home. Thank you Yazzer, 4440.
Thank you, Yazzer.
Did we get rated and not realize?
I don't think so. Normally they'll tell us.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We just got people hanging out. Welcome new followers. Welcome troggies.
Because it's just one of those things where I'm really trying. Have we talked about this? How I'm trying to keep it's something Ari Shafir said to me when we were getting coffee before I did his podcast, which I love, and it's one of those things which is I'm trying to keep the promises I made to myself in COVID, such as like I'm going to spend more time at home, all of those sort of things. And it's that thing of like, I'm now trying to put that into action. Like the same thing of like, there's a certain amount of time I will not stay away from home. Like it's kind of like max 6 weeks. Everything else you have to go. Like it's now like you have to go home for 2 weeks. You're never getting back to a place where you're showing signs of adrenal fatigue and all of this sort of stuff. Because it's just like, it's not worth it. And not to sound like the boomer that I am, but it's also that thing of like, we're now getting into the ages where it's like that damage shows so much quicker. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to. Also,
by home, do you mean your LA place, or do you mean like family home?
No, like my LA place. Like I mean my house. Like I need to go to your house, make some food in your kitchen, sit on your sofa.
Yeah,
like,
no more 4 months in Australia.
yeah. Like, and by the way, Australia, there's a rumor that it might be open by February, and if it is, I'm coming for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I get
Ashley's
that.
throwing up. Ashley's throwing up
fucking
right now.
exhausting.
Ashley just threw up so
I'm
much. Ashley,
really nauseous. I've been really nauseous the whole stream, and I
my
have
God.
to keep like taking deep breaths.
Ashley, look at me right now. Look at me. Throw up on the stream.
Puke.
We need this.
I'm not gonna throw up.
Puke.
I mean, Ashley, if you puke on stream, I'll
What a great
retire
freeze.
Hype Train
What a
song.
fucking great freeze.
I will never sing Hype Train song again if you throw up on the stream right now. I can't speak for Chris, but I'll never do it.
No, I won't throw up. It's just like nausea and uncomfortable abdominal pain.
Everybody, let's give Ashley your best nausea recommendations. Not ginger ale, you fucks. She knows.
No.
Something weird that your mom did.
It's peppermint tea, cold water,
Oh.
cold drinking water, and
Oh, it's interesting when Boom Stickery is nauseous, he has a warm, lumpy tuna milkshake.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, the words "hot tuna icing" were introduced to the lexicon today.
King Gio's going for it. King Gio's going for it. Oh, Ashley, you could stop this right now. You could stop it. I'm
You
giving
could stop it immediately.
you could also stop it. You could also.
I cannot stop it. Cannot stop
No,
it.
it's tradition now, Ashley. Only by creating
Ashley, do
a
I
new
have that
tradition of
power?
Ashley throwing up is a hard stop on a tradition.
I don't know I don't even know what this means, but I like it. Poor egg. Oh yeah.
Oh, poor Ashley.
Yeah. You sadist. Hey.
Kimmers loves it. Kimmers on board.
Yeah. Kimmers is coming in hot. Kimmers. Are we there
No,
yet?
you do
No,
not
we're
have
not
a
there
hype
yet. We're
train
not there
yet.
yet.
So
No.
calm
We're not there yet.
down.
Don't worry,
I
I'm
was just
checking the
breathing.
page. I'm checking the page.
Actually, don't be critical of my breathing. Come on. You always like everyone knows that. You always said, "Oh, John, you're so good with your hot breath."
So, John, did you have any mushroom realizations while you were gone? We were talking about mushrooms yesterday, and I got I used to take it every fall and spring, and it would solve all of my problems.
It's interesting. I've done a lot of reckoning with myself. There was a lot of facing a lot of things, and it was that nice thing where the mushroom trip was basically like, "You've had a rough year. We're going to put on a show for you." And I was like,
Oh,
"Are you?"
nice.
And they were like, "Who wants to see some fire monsters eat grass of the universe?" And I was like, "I would like to see that. I would like to see it." And I was like, "Hit the fire monsters! Here we like literally just sort of sat." It was like laughing so hard. And then, like, I would literally like, and it was all based in the reality around this beautiful fire. We're all in Adirondack chairs, just like laughing our goddamn faces off. All came up relatively around the same time.
Perfect.
And it was this sort of thing of just sort of like one guy took a lot less because he's a lot less experienced, and he was like chatty and making jokes and was like a really nice source of like fun in the moment.
Yeah.
And then he just went like, "Oh wait, I think I feel something happening," and it was literally just sort of like, "Well, if you feel something," like just like the fire literally became pixelated and melty. There were lasers cast all over the grass. And then like if you peeked up at the stars, it was literally just like what I've always imagined as Valhalla.
Kirsten.
Oh,
no.
Kirsten.
Kirsten.
More
No.
bits, eh?
Hi.
Oh, a hype train
Kirsten.
is close.
No, it's
Oh
not.
no! It says a hype train is close on the. We've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to hit that.
People.
I did.
Please don't. Please don't do anything.
We then
This feels like a very mushroom realization. I feel like someone's brain
that was
exploded.
Said.
Yeah,
that was said at
yeah.
one point. You got to close your eyes to open them. I'm not going to say who, but one person got down on the ground and peaked a little bit before us, and it was so hard because someone then started talking about like just being like the world is porcelain, the world is all porcelain, and in my head I was like, is he in Toilet World? I think he's in Toilet World. But in my mushroom haze, I was like, don't think that. You will go to Toilet World. You will go to Toilet World. But it was so fun. It was such a
Toilet World.
Like, and it was like a perfect thing of like, we came down. I fell asleep by the fire. I don't remember. I fell asleep by the fire and was like snoring. And I was like, and then I woke up and then we had beers and made hot dogs. I went to bed around 4:30 a.m. But it literally was like, we took them at 10 And then at one point in the trip, someone was like, "Is it 11 o'clock?" And I was like, "It's only 11." And then someone was like, "No, it's 2:30 in the morning." And I was like, "It's 2:30 in the morning." So we sat and got blasted to another unit, but it was
Oh, God, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Reflect. Everyone take a moment of reflection.
Reflection. It's a must.
Are we still at level 1?
Let's see. Did you guys see the drool fall out of my mouth while I was saying so?
This is transcendence.
We're at 75% of the first level of Hype Train.
Well, Kimmer's B started. You started this. I muted my Kelly because of you. Oh, Steven CGR. It's just
level 2.
Hit it, Chris.
Hype.
Oh, that's good stuff. That is good.
That's just good, clean fun. That's just good, clean fun right there.
Dear God, this is coming in from Blaze at 420. Dear God, please have Chris's dad enter the room during this. Also coming in hashtag Ashley for only host. Don't act like you didn't enjoy it, 1 million. Don't act like it. I absolutely was. I was blowing the microphone.
If you guys, if we get to level 3, then you get Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I needed that.
It's very fun.
Just feels good,
It was all in all a very cleansing trip, and it was just sort of nice. Like, it was very chill. It was just like swimming and being in the woods, like just reading like that Friday day was just so like it was just nice to read a book. Like King Geo WTF was up there. He made pancakes, bacon, and eggs for breakfast.
Amazing.
He went back to. It was like cold and rainy. We had a shitload of firewood, so I just built a fire for coffee. I did not melt that kettle, and then what's going on?
Oh, we're just
edging closer.
There was a sub that was gifted. We're at a third. We're a third of the way.
Coming in from
Thank you very much for this, by the way, everybody. This is very fun.
Thank you so much for the hype trains. It's really helping us support. We are paying off all of the stuff that we did to build and move to this channel, and then we're going to try and use the other money for things like advertising. Also, oh my, is there some hype about? Certainly is. David Hoare, LOL.
David.
In Amsterdam, I was convinced for a second I'd been cloned and had to fight my clone to survive. Great
My
mushroom.
goodness.
Great mushroom stuff. Also,
I had one where. Oh, sorry.
Is Ashley actually just gone? She just went to the bathroom. She'll come back.
I think she's throwing up. That's my guess. She'll be back. Excuse me. She's a trooper.
Do you think that she's throwing up?
I think she's throwing up right now. Yeah, that's my guess.
Well, there goes the last 30 minutes of the show. You know what I'm saying? Is it hype? Well, very nice, Tiger. When I tried salvia, evil wooden puppets tried to sting me away. Oh, I tried salvia once and thought I became wood, and then woke up and was wanted a fillet of fish. Ashley, did you or did you not
just throw up?
I didn't. Just.
Were you dry heaving though? You were giving it the old.
No. No, I genuinely had to pee.
Okay.
But it's all very painful at the moment.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
I hate to be this guy. Did everyone else hear Ashley's connection? Because I just heard electric static.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Okay, so it's definitely my connection. I'll be right back.
All right. I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations, David Hoare, getting through to the musical comedian of the year final.
I saw that too. What a legend.
Very cool. Writes all our songs, is the best.
Yeah. Go support David Hoare. Hopefully he wins the whole thing.
Yeah, that would be. He deserves to. Who's better than David Hoare? Come on. Who's better than David Hoare musical comedy?
Yeah. Nobody's better.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, David. We're all chuffed for you, buddy. Okay, Bill Bailey. But I mean, come on now. That's not fair. He's been going for 50 years. That's not.
Is Bill Bailey in it? No.
No. To be fair, I didn't say in the competition. I was very loose in my categorizing.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think David Hoare's pretty good.
He's fucking great.
Killed Bill Bailey. Yes, David.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the energy
right.
we expect from you.
Yeah,
that's the
and
energy.
Highlander him.
You need to just mantra that to yourself.
I will fight and kill Bill Bailey.
Yeah.
Just to you. Did we? What happened? Oh no, we didn't get to level 3. We didn't get to level 3. Did we?
Don't do it. Don't do it, folks. Just please.
Or did it just end?
I'm in enough pain today.
You missed it. We sang all the songs. Oh no, it's over. The Hype Train song's over. We didn't get to level 3. Thank you so much for everything that you donated, guys. The subs, the bits.
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal. You missed the whole thing. We really crushed it today. Someone called it transcendent.
Did that actually happen?
They did, yeah. I think 2 people said it was transcendent. We really nailed it. I mean, John's back from a mushroom high. You know, it's all good. I remember this one time I was on mushrooms. The first time I took a lot, I was laying in the grass at a Sasquatch Music Festival, and The Tallest Man on Earth was playing, and I had my eyes closed, and I was just coming up. And while I was getting there, I had my eyes were closed, and I knew that there was red on the bottom, and it was trying to fight its way up, and left all I could see was yellow on top, and it was sort of like the bricks at the bottom of a Mario level.
Mm-hmm.
And they were fighting for dominance, and I knew that if yellow won, I was going to have a good trip, and if red won, I was going to have a really bad trip. And so I was cheering on yellow, and then I realized that fighting is itself negative. And so I just let go, and everything went white, and I had the best fucking time of my life. I had an amazing. I just had to not fight.
Here's the question.
You guys have told a few different things that have happened whilst you've been on mushrooms, and you do say them as if they make total sense.
Yeah, they do if you've done mushrooms. Yeah, that's
they do if you've done mushrooms, and I'm like,
Here's what
missing a link here.
The 3 of us take mushrooms live on stream together. That's what we do. We do it live on stream.
No, you got to be in the woods. You got to be in the woods if you're taking mushrooms.
Do not have to be in the woods.
I have to be in the woods. I take my shoes and socks off. I walk in the grass. I'm at one with nature. I am not.
I couldn't deal.
No tech.
I get stressed being on stream anyway. I don't think I could. Oh, go and get tickets to see David Hoare be in the Musical Comedy Awards final. Do that right now.
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah,
you're in the final.
That link is in the chat. And podcast listeners, will we put that into the description of the podcast today?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, why not?
We could do
I may
that.
forget.
If you're listening, just Musical Comedy Awards. If you're in London, it'll be there. Check it out.
I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah, just do that.
I'll be posting the
We're not
podcast today.
Enough.
I'm going to forget that that's supposed to go in the description. So, but in the description, I will be smart enough to write, I forgot what was supposed to go in the description. This is what I'm talking about. So if you've made it this far, you now know what's going. Welcome.
Yes,
Welcome,
go look
friends.
up Musical Comedy Awards in London. Get tickets. Go see David Hoare.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh God, I'm itching my foot. Here's a question for you. So vaccine passports have just come in. Oh my God, questing time.
Hey,
It's a read time.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm hitting it now.
Suck my beard, dry and so raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
I want to point out that the dance today was me and Chris giving it, and Ashley just looking very, very enjoying a rest.
Yeah,
like it was. Like Chris and I were literally. I was like, yeah. Chris,
it was really just like taking a moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
Even leaned back. It was great.
I'm aware of the day you've had, Ashley, and it's one of those ones where you're like, I'll be fine, but I'll be even better when I wake up tomorrow and it's not today. Like it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Where the fix for all of this, is that it's not today. It will be tomorrow. Yeah.
Well,
by the way, for anyone for anyone that's not familiar with the channel, if you like that song, that was David Hoare. He's the one going to the Musical Comedy Awards. So fucking buy a ticket. Sorry, Ashley.
Yeah,
how
and
was
David
your day?
Hoare.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Also, David Hoare, who's your competition for this? Is it the other musical comedians that are in the UK? Here are the ones I know of: Huge Davis, Rialina, Robert White, Mitch Ben.
They're all too far on. They can't possibly be in this, can they?
I thought David.
Or is this
Hoare
like the English Comedian of the Year award, where it could be fucking anybody?
That's what I thought it was. It's
Simon
like,
Lomas won when he was like 8 months in and just crushed all these 20-year deep dudes. And it was very funny.
Is that what Simon Lomas did?
Yeah, he just fucking crushed everybody. He's so funny though. Like he's amazing. But yeah, he beat dudes that are like 20, 25 years in and took 10 grand. I think it was a 10 grand prize.
In my head, I was just like, God, I hope this guy does not get seen by an agent too early. Like, I'm like, he will be so convinced to go do Edinburgh early and be seen, and it won't work. Oh no, are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm reacting to what you're saying.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse. Also, there's nothing better than British comedians finding out that a young person is funny, because they take it the worst. Like I've never, like there are some people in that Comedy Store green room that some of the things they said around Nanette were insane. Like one of them was, she hasn't been doing comedy long enough to talk that way about comedy. And I was like, really? That's the angle you're like, I mean, that's an angle, bro.
Also, yes, she has.
Yeah.
Even if that was the way you wanted to go, yes, she has.
Just because you haven't seen her do comedy long enough doesn't mean she hasn't been doing it. Like,
incredible.
Also, newsflash: not all comedy is for everyone. That was I'll never forget that summer of the net coming out in 2018, of me just walking around being like, "Did you guys actually think that everything just had to be for you?" Like, let alone
to be fair, it has been for quite a while.
I'm but it's like one of those things where it's like, I can't believe me liking wrestling has somehow actually made me more progressive, because I've just been aware that there's certain things I like and other people hate. So look at us. That's right, guys. I just made a wrestling and Nanette metaphor. Oh, y'all, best be impressed.
That was, I remember that with, for me, it wasn't even Nanette the first time I saw that was when Beyonce released Formation. And I remember
say Lemon.
Friends of mine that were like,
Lemonade
didn't know what to do. It was on Lemonade. It was one of the tracks on Lemonade. It was the first single.
Yeah.
And people were fucking freaking out. Even like Sadaf at first didn't like it. She's like, I don't know what this is. And I was like, it's not for us. This is a black person song. This is like, this is Chinese food in China. This is not takeaway. This is not for us. Oh,
they got
John's
to the other
John's
members.
frozen.
Yeah.
John is frozen.
Yeah, big time.
He
But
looks
yeah,
so serious.
that was very fun. He does. He looks engaged. Oh, we can see him now. There he is.
I know. I was trying to figure out what's going on. Then it went. It's just for black people, and then the screen just froze and went black. And I was like,
we leveled up as a stream.
Oh my God. Yeah, these white people understand black people now.
Yeah, there's stuff like that with Irish stuff as well. Actually, I mentioned normal people. There was stuff when normal people came out that loads of Irish people were like, because I mean, unfortunately, it was made by the BBC.
Oh,
and so it was claimed as a British show, but so many Irish people were just like, no, 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 no. You do not get to own this. This is so Irish, you know.
Was Graham Linehan involved in any way?
No.
I got to tell you, I went on a bit of a Graham Linehan deep dive, which I do about every 4 months. I'm utterly the turf movement is officially reached a point where I'm like, this might be the greatest satire ever. Graham Linehan on an interview literally said, you want to know why I, a straight man, I'm going after these whatever he fucking said, is because women need protection and they need help, and I'm a man and I'm here to help women. And I was like, Graham, how many different points have you missed, sir? And it's just like, I'm gonna say it, Graham, no longer an Irish person. I'm officially making him English in my mind. That's an English person's thought process.
He's English. Did you see the thing from the UK government about ensuring that UK produced television is intrinsically British, like Dairy Girls? I did see that.
What is this?
Yeah. They really try and claim Irish things that do well as British television. Like every now and then something Irish will come up under British film and TV on Netflix, and Irish Twitter will just lose their shit over it.
How do I get access to Irish Twitter? All I want, because we got a brief glimpse of it during the glorious Matt LeBlanc time, but I want.
It's, I don't know. You kind of just gotta go in and follow the Irish people, really.
Also, Dairy Girls is only doing one more series. How will I survive? I love it so much. I love it so much.
I know. Nicola Collin is so good.
It's very, very
I'm
good.
looking forward to the next series of Bridgerton, which is coming out. And I understand why period dramas can be very dislikable. It is very like, oh, poor little rich people. You know, it's a little bit like that, but I don't know. It's just a bit fun most of the time.
Is your love of Bridgerton because, and I mean this, a lot of the show is about getting it out?
I mean, yeah.
Good.
But
I'm totally fine with that answer. I just hate when people pretend that's not why you're like, why they're watching it. Like, it's that thing when like people are like, you know, man, the writing in Sopranos is so good. And I'm like, no, you just like watching people do crime. Like, let's be like, I love the Sopranos. It's awesome when mafia people do crime. And then a man with wingtips just says things like, never forget Pearl Harbor.
And then they get to go to the Bada Bing and you're 17 and you go,
I've never enjoyed a strip club. Even at 17, I knew I was like, I don't like this. Because in my head, I'm like,
been to one once.
They're so fun. You just got to go to the right
disagree.
one. They're very fun.
It was just really depressing, and
yes,
I didn't really like it that much. I enjoyed watching the pole dancing because it's such a skill. Like, it's so cool, and I like that pole dancing is becoming more of a recognized sport rather than just being associated to stripping. Because it's so physical, like the core strength to do some of the core pole dancing is crazy. So I enjoyed that, and there was one stripper who had very cool tattoos. Enjoyed that as well.
I remember being at Pink's Cabaret in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada, across the river from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and a girl went too high on the pole, so she did like the pole like thing, but she started too high. This just memory came back. And literally, so she just ended up in the middle of the pole, and then she had to just slowly release her thighs to then just. And I remember that I did that, and then that same woman maybe 5 minutes later came over and was like, "Hey, can I sit down? I'd love a drink." And I was like, "I am not going to buy you a drink." And then she went, "Okay," and then just walked over to my friend.
Yeah, it's how they make their money.
Pardon me?
I said, did your friend buy her a drink?
This is something
my friend was Will Duggan.
No, that was not the same strip club, but similar thing happened as we discussed on this very stream. Go find that Will Duggan episode. Wow.
Great
Our Will
stuff.
Duggan. Yeah.
I so
Is
rarely
70 pounds
remember
enough?
what did we speak about with Will.
I still want to know what the two of you talked about for 4 hours after the stream.
I still want to know.
That's
I was like, there was a part of me, maybe I shouldn't say this on, but I'm going to say it, is like, I was convinced you guys were having some sort of like torrid online digital affair or something like that. Like, but I was like, no, Ashley would say something or something would come out in some way. But I was there like, are they like, is it, yeah, it's something's afoot, or you guys just got super pissed and just talk
pure nonsense. Yeah, it was.
I mean,
pure
Will
drunk
Duggan
nonsense.
he is top 5 best people on the planet. Like he's
a
like
good guy.
man,
so
like,
fun to get drunk with.
less people went to Manchester to do comedy because he no longer lives there to stay with. Like Excess Malarkey was so much better because you're like, I'm going to do a really fun show and then I'm going to walk to Will Duggan's house and I'm going to order a milkshake off the internet and then we are going to play GoldenEye until he's like, I have to go to bed. And it's like, well, I got an early train, so no, you don't have to go to bed. And then we would just hang out.
Oh, yeah. We do love Will Duggan. We should get
He's
him
a
back.
good boy. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone go see a show at 2 North now. It's called Ice Lettuce, Iceberg, Nice Man, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Crazy
it's
motherfucker
very
named
clever.
Duggan.
It's very what?
It's a very clever show.
Aw.
It's really, really good.
I with the news that Australia might potentially be open, I'm now starting to cast my eyes to Edinburgh 2023. I want to we'll end this discussion. We'll end the show on this discussion.
2023 or 2022?
Whatever the next one is.
2.
2.
It's 2. How many COVID, this is what happened in my year of COVID shows, do you think we're looking at in Edinburgh?
Easily
2022?
100.
I'm going to say 100 on the free fringe.
Yeah.
45 paid fringe for a grand total of 145.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I
And
can
okay,
absolutely see that.
What is the wager we're placing on this, Ashley?
I think we all agreed, didn't we?
No, no.
There's
Yeah, we
she said
bet.
100. She said 100. I said a
I
145.
said easily 100,
You certainly
meaning
did, actually.
over 100. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with
Okay,
what you said.
It's going to be awful, and I hate. It's going to be and guess what? We're still not done with going back to Hannah Gatsby's Nanette. Is people
Yeah.
trying to fucking replicate that goddamn show?
Yeah.
I need not see your bad version of that show ever again. And how?
I mean,
how is
COVID material is it's fine to do COVID material. Will's show is very much about COVID or about
But
the
he did
pandemic.
things.
Yeah,
But
he
he
was
did
a
things, but
frontline
he-
worker.
Yeah, but it's not cringy COVID jokes. Like, that's the problem, is that people think there's all this material about COVID, and it's like, no, this was a global crisis.
Yeah,
You know?
it's sort of also like how he. Like
Oh, hey,
he's also
Alex,
had,
thank
like-
you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits. Alex.
Oh, double cheers. Thank you.
It's also that thing of like he also did a bunch of different jobs, and so really it's a show about having different jobs during a global crisis, as opposed to what I know I'm going to see is like just like I don't know. I've heard.
That's how I really got to know my mother.
Get off the stage. Get off the stage and get out of my life.
Yeah.
You are no longer my friend. I hate you.
I wasn't allowed to travel, but I went on a journey to my childhood and my parents' home.
Yeah. Did you?
It's gonna be the fucking worst.
I've been doing an
oh, thank you,
opener
Alex.
with COVID. Oh, that's super cool. Thank you.
We missed that. Thank you.
I've been doing an opener with COVID, and it's fun.
Is your opener similar to me, which is like last time I was here, we were all a lot closer, social distancing. Can I do this?
It's not the bit.
I just cough into the mic and go.
I
What?
don't give a shit. Yeah. What now, bitch? Do you call them all bitches?
I call everyone bitches.
Of course you do. You're a man.
Yeah, and they're bitches. Sorry, Ashley. What's your opener?
I just call everyone bitches.
There you go.
How is gig booking for both of you? Are you both now doing gigs all of the time? You're both gig pigs of gigs.
I only have your show coming up.
I still
I'm
don't know if
doing.
I'll be able to get a visa for the country. So hey, we'll see what happens there.
That's so crazy. I'm doing some. Yeah, like I'm starting to book them in now that I'm going to be in Victoria where shows are. I was like, I literally showed up to a show right after I went to do the viewing of the apartment, and I just showed up. I was like, "Can I just jump on?" They're like, "Hell yeah, man, jump on!" And I was like, "Well, I'm going to be here till January." They're like, "Let's book you some shows." And every promoter that I've seen when I've said that is like, "Oh, please, Jesus," because they have a very small scene.
Okay.
So
yeah,
someone shows up
That's
and they're
great.
like, "Fucking come on!" So yeah, so I'm starting to book them in, which is nice.
Mm.
And where are you going after January?
Toronto or Montreal.
Oh, so that's how long it's going to take for the reunition?
Probably, yeah.
Reunition?
Yeah, we'll probably meet out there. Reunion. Reunited? Reunion, probably.
You're thinking of the word reunification.
I am thinking of the word.
Oh, like
reunification.
Germany.
Exactly. Let's be honest, you're West Germany and Sadaf is East Germany. East Germany, much cooler.
Yeah, but West Germany, still successful. East Germany, very poor.
I had somebody compliment my vocabulary today.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was it a flirty librarian? Did he say
No,
something
no,
like,
it
I'd like
was-
to stamp your books? And you went, aren't you a puzzle wit?
I used the word obstinate.
Oh,
okay.
Phenomenal word.
Good word.
It's a good word. I
It's a
do
good
like
word.
the word obstinate. It's almost onomatopoeic.
I referred to Tesla drivers as odious, and I was
Obstinate.
impressed with myself.
Oh yeah, they're like
Obstinate?
blocks within it. You have
Yeah.
to stop saying the word a bunch of times. Yeah. That's nice. I like that.
Oh, I hate how nerdy that is. I also hate how impressed. I'm like, that's really cool. And in my other head, another voice is going, no, it is not. You don't know what cool is. And I was like, yeah, you're also right. What's your favorite word? Mine, plop.
It's a good word. Simple.
Also
effective.
onomatopoeic.
Mine, since I was a child, Zimbabwe. I fucking love that word, man.
Would you
That
name a
word
child
rules.
Zimbabwe? Because I would name a child plop.
If it was the 80s, yes. Now, I don't need the hassle. I don't need the fucking hassle of naming my kid Zimbabwe.
Yeah, call him Zim.
Yeah, Zimmy.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
You can just call him Bob. It's right in the middle.
You could.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna. I feel that we've reached one of our classic moments where we want to plug and raid, or unless there are any other final comments for the day.
Yeah, I think we're there.
Sure.
Coming in from I want to read that. Can you bring that comment back up?
Which one?
The boomstickery one.
I tried to explain troggie to my mom over the weekend, and then she ended up calling my 3-year-old niece one.
Oh yes, please.
It's finally
so
gone
funny.
beyond. That's
Oh, my
fantastic.
We want the word troggie in
We
the
want it out there.
dictionary.
We want it
Yeah.
out there.
David Hoare, if you win
Beyonce
Musical
can
Comedian
get
of the Year,
Beyonce can get bootylicious in the dictionary. We can get troggie.
if you win Musical Comedian of the Year, can you give a shout out to the Troggies? I wouldn't be here without the Troggies.
Yes. What is
Anagnorisis.
Anagriasis?
Actually, it feels like something you have.
Yeah, that seems like something that you got from an orthodontist. Oh no. It
I don't
seems
know
that your
what that-
spine has developed anagriasis.
I actually don't know what that means.
Beardy, hit us with a definition.
Which is, it is weird that I don't know what a word means. The point in a play in which a principal character recognizes or discovers another character's true identity or the true nature of their own circumstances.
It's a great word.
Very great word.
It's a great word.
Such a great word.
I do like that word.
I love that you were able to pause, but you still let in the inhale that then led to the cough. That was very dramatic.
Thank you.
No problem.
Glisten, twinkle, top notch.
Glisten and twinkle are
Zambia.
great words.
Love
The
Zambia.
baby. Zambia, the baby.
Bungle. Very fun. Very British, though. I feel like it's better in a British accent than it is in a Canadian one.
I don't want to be weird, but I do love that when Steve Mooney makes his avatar photos, just like a wholesome photo of him and his child. It's just
Yeah, it's
so
very
nice.
It's very nice.
I love when Scree comes up in a clockwork coming in from El Cheapo 07. Very nice.
Oh, 1 Million loves bracing. Ooh, like in the winter?
Oh, yes, we certainly
did. It's a bracing wind.
We got a lot of mileage out of bracing because the lake was so cold, and I kept jumping in the lake because it was like it was so cold. But you want to wake up, like it was like 1,000 needles stabbing you in the eyes, and you were literally like, "Woo, I'm ready." Oh, felt great.
Nice. Hey, Bex, how you doing?
The word that I get,
ooh, Zanzibar. Very nice.
I was bitching about somebody today, and the same person that complimented my vocabulary also said that they enjoyed that I said 2 of the best words that I've ever said in my accent.
Nice.
Which are the words gobshite and arswipe.
There we go. They could only be said by Irish people.
No one's allowed. No one else is allowed.
Should only be said by Irish people. There's a big thing in rural southern Ontario of them being like, "Oh, we're all from Ireland originally, so we'll say arsehole," and it's like, say asshole. You're from Canada, you prick. He's an arsehole. No, he's not. You are.
Yeah. Arswipe is just it's a great word.
Oh, for sure.
Can you say vehement and or vehicle?
Vehement. And I know that there would be people that would say vehicle, but I would say vehicle.
No, they wouldn't.
Incredible.
But I would say vehement.
You would say vehicle?
Vehement.
I wouldn't say vehicle. I would say vehicle, but I would say vehement.
I like that. I like that. If I heard a Canadian say it, they get slapped in the mouth. But I like it from you.
Oh.
I like it from you.
What other words will I say?
Spitting their teeth out on the side. What was that for? That was because you were drying your vehicle.
How would you say? I'm not entirely sure how.
Simulacrum.
I would say that.
Simulacrum?
No, I would have said.
It means you're similar to a fulcrum.
Sorry, one more time, Ashley.
I would have said simulacrum. Which is wrong, I think.
What sounds flirty though? Simulacrum.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, later on, how about you simulacrum?
Yeah. I just was over there, just got a glimpse of your trousers. You seem like a real simulacrum.
What's everyone's favorite accent?
Norwegian.
Parisian.
Parisian?
Yeah, man. Parisian lady.
Shut up. I got a real soft spot for a soft urban Quebecois accent. Not.
Oh yeah.
Like
Dutch. That's mania. This is mania.
Timmers. What?
I will say.
What happened? If you say the Dutch accent, I'm gonna shit.
No, I'm not gonna say the Dutch accent. But when I was living in Prague, a friend of mine came through on like an interrailing thing, and they had made friends with a group of Dutchmen, and we went out for drinks with them, and we went to this bar where they taught us this Dutch drinking game, and it was so cool because basically you had to have big fucking beer pitcher glasses to do it, and they would like do this kind of banging the glass on the table, passing it along thing.
Mm.
And there was a whole kind of time frozen again.
Oh, that was the best time to freeze ever because it was right at the dramatic part of your story, and you literally, this is where you froze for me. They slam it on the table and then they pat.
Yeah, so they slam it on, they pass it along, and there's a whole pattern to how they do the glasses, but then they also have to sing this chant in Dutch, and so they're doing this, and it's this really masculine Dutch chanting, slamming beer pitchers on the table thing. It was so sexy to watch. I cannot stress how turned on I was by this weird drinking game.
Wow. Gotta try to find this now, right?
I know, but and it was a Dutch thing, and I didn't know what the words were, so I could never look it up.
Why don't you ask your Dutch wife, you psycho?
She never used to drink with Dutch people. She fucking hates Dutch people.
That's a good idea. No one should like them.
She absolutely hates them.
It was very, very sexy though, and yeah, I really liked that. I like a Colombian accent.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, I do like a Colombian accent.
You like the sound, or do you like the way that they are
Everything.
when they say it?
Everything.
The whole thing? Yeah, fair enough.
The whole package.
Because I sometimes wonder about my Parisian woman thing. If I just like a woman in a cafe with a glass of wine and a cigarette, that might just be all I like.
Yeah, I also like that, and I like the Parisian accent, but the soft Quebecois is a better version of that, and it's also the whole vibe. Also, if you don't like
Night,
Paris,
Patty, take care, buddy.
If you don't like Paris, French people aren't nearly the allure that you think they are, because you're just like, yeah, but you live here, and this place is stupid. Like,
yeah, Paris is a ridiculous city.
And I'm from London, and I can, without any sort of hypocrisy, look down upon you. And I was living in London at the time. Ashley, is your favorite word community?
Why would it be community? There's a joke I'm missing.
GSA.
Huh?
What?
Huh? Building a community?
Building a community.
Community of genitals? Of fluids?
That makes it sound like I'm in a sex cult.
No, you just, connect.
Yeah. Not the whole time. But
that's even more culty.
That is way more culty, by the way. Yeah. Here's the weird thing. I don't think either one of you could ever end up in none of us would ever end up in a cult, because within 15 minutes would be like, you want
I'm
how
not
much?
susceptible to people walking all over me. Like,
yeah.
I just can't listen to one person. That's my There's one guy at the top. Nah, we're out of here.
My thing would be mine would be the money. They'd be like, well, then you give us 15 grand, and I'd be like, for what though? And they'd be like, well, because for what you're doing here. And I'll be like, oh, I can do this at home. I'm not going to give you 15 grand. And I'm like, and then be like, well, your mom's involved. And I'm like, has she gotten to the 15 grand part? And they're like, no, that's next week. And I was like, well, then I'll see my mom next week. Like, if you like, I got news for you. If you think this isn't going to work on me, there's a whole bunch of people I'm related to that are also going to laugh at you. So recruit all of them, please. Speaking of cults, by the way, here's a podcast recommendation that I just started that's really good. The Christian Right Cast, an amazing history and dissection of how we got to where we are with Christian radicalism within the United States. Do yourselves a favor. Ooh. I've only listened to the episode on Josh Duggar, which is currently a case I'm utterly fascinated with because of how deep and how complicit his parents were in his horrific, horrible crimes. So let's say this right now to the podcast listeners. This podcast is sponsored called the Christian Right Cast. You're going to hear a lot about a guy named Bill Gothard. And let me just say this about Bill Gothard. He's a cunt. He's a horrible monster of a man. So is the entire male side of the Duggar family. And all of the women in the Duggar family are horribly kidnapped poor women. And may they all that have done the ills to them have their fingers and toes dripped from their body. What a positive stream we've done once again. Also, I want to point out,
if you want the opposite of that, Parks and Recollection. It's Rob Lowe and one of the writers from Parks and Recreation.
It's really good.
It's so nice. Of course, it's so nice.
Also, it's very similar to Christian Right Cast because Rob Lowe also had sex with a 16-year-old. Here's the difference: consensual. Somehow got away with that. Somehow
people don't mind. No one minds.
People just don't. Yeah.
Pete Davidson kept bringing it up during his roast, and Rob Lowe just kept laughing at it. That was it. No one cares.
Yeah. Do you want to know who he hung out with to rehab his image after that videotape? This is how different society
Charlie
is.
Sheen.
Better. Vince Neil of Motley Crue. They moved in together, and then Rob Lowe became the bad boy of Hollywood and got a bunch of roles playing a villain, such as Wayne's World and Tommy Boy, and it rehabbed his image. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ashley, he was very rich. No?
I feel like I've missed something.
Nope. There's nothing to miss. Rob Lowe had sex with a 16-year-old as in his 20s, right? He was like 20.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in his 20s.
Yeah, this wasn't like last week. He was in his 20s, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming in from Nuka Boy. This is a great place to end, by the way. Yeah, I joined at the wrong time. You didn't, Nuka Boy, but we love you.
You joined at the right time.
He was 24 and recorded it.
Yeah, and according from David Hoare, LOL. Apparently, Ashley doesn't believe in lucky 16-year-olds. Coming in from David Hoare, LOL. I did not say that.
Did he record it? That's child pornography, though, right?
I don't know what's the age of consent is 16, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that's a nightmare is until I know it's part of a threesome, and what's even crazier is you look at some of the age of consent law. Yeah, they all knew. Like, I think Alberta or Saskatchewan in Canada was 14 until like last year, and you're like, what are you talking about?
Well, I think I remember you could be 14 and they could be up to like a certain age. It was like 19-year-olds could sleep with 14-year-olds. And then after that, it was 16, which was sort of like a global Western standard for a long time.
Oh yeah. Nuka Boy 2003 is correct. Yes, it is CP if he recorded it without depending on anyone's consent. All very true. What a nightmare. What a nightmare.
I got recorded without my consent.
Fuck you. Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who thinks that way?
Okay. They didn't like set up secret cameras or anything. It was group situation. Myself and there was 2 guys and me and another girl. Me and the girl kind of got interested in one another for a little while, and the guys basically started filming us. And
gotcha.
Yeah, but we kind of they mentioned it the next day, and we were like, "Wait, you fucking filmed us? What?" And but both of their reactions was, "We thought you knew." Like we thought that you knew we were doing that. We weren't trying to hide it or be sneaky about it. We got our phones and we thought you could see us doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, my head was not facing the outside world. Let's just, I don't know. That's the worst way I could have phrased that.
Yeah, that vocabulary compliment's not looking so great right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. But I don't know. We were all a bit drunk and everything.
Was it dark in the room?
Ish. I don't really remember.
I actually didn't go with the joke.
No, it didn't go with it at all.
No, it didn't go with it at all. Damn it. You just answered that question very sincerely. Because you're like, I couldn't see anything. And I was like, well, was it dark in the room?
Oh.
She was doing a joke about not paying attention. What's even more amazing is I did a joke about you not paying attention. And then as it turned out, you misunderstood.
I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
So
let's raid some.
sorry.
No, I want to know how this ends.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh no, yeah. So they didn't kind of mean to, and we're 90% sure they deleted them.
That was what I was about to ask. Now, here's the question.
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Did you look them in the face and then go into the cache and delete it from the junk file? Because
I wasn't the one that kind of kept chasing them to delete it, so I'm not really sure. It was actually a friend of mine saw it on his phone and said to him,
"What?
You fucking have to delete that," because she recognized my underwear.
Oh wow, that's a good friend. That's a close friend.
Yeah. Well, I was staying with her at the time, so she had seen my underwear that week because we were in Greece. It was a whole thing.
I love Continental Ashley.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask questions. Right. We're in our underwear. Don't worry about it.
Fucking hurricane. You mean on the Irish or British Isles, and you cup of warm water before.
I've had group sex in Scotland. Excuse me.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was all continental Europe.
No.
Well, my theory goes right up to gosh darn.
No, she had.
Well, here's my question: was it filmed in Scotland?
No.
So you get way crazier. And how many people have you what's the max amount of people in Scotland?
I think I've only had threesomes in Scotland.
Europe is foursome. Europe is crazier. You go crazier in Europe, theory
I've
still
had
stands.
Foursome. No, I haven't. No, never mind. Thank you, El Chico.
Yeah, that was odd. Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Oh, because it's midnight there. Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Ashley! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Hey, hey. Happy birthday! Hey. Happy birthday to our friend Ashley Manning.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's my birthday. I'm 28 years old. Oh, fuck's sake.
My God.
And you became 28 talking about foursomes in Greece. That's pretty great.
So tune in tomorrow night, folks, where I'll be doing a quiz and we'll see who knows me better, John or Chris. Place your bets. Get a bet pool going.
Very exciting.
How are you feeling, John? I feel I'm not feeling super confident. I feel like you're in on this one.
Not confident at all. Also, I want to know, somehow Among Us just started playing on my computer during all of that. And I don't know how that happened.
Oh, that reminds me. Patrons, subs, we're playing Among Us Wednesday pre-stream for 90 minutes.
I was gonna ask how we wanted to do it.
I was gonna do it at the top of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I can write questions and then I can go back and forth between you both, or it can just be like I ask a question and you have to get there first.
I think it should be, what it should be is, here's what I think it is a list of questions. We write our answers and then we go back through. So the chat can do it too.
The chat can do it too.
I like that.
Chris and I have to make it widescreen so we can't see the chat. Ashley, you have to monitor the chat.
I have to
and we'll go through it all together.
I like that.
Cool.
Are we doing it like write it down like game show style where we hold it up, or?
I've decided,
yes. Yeah, that could be really fun. Chris is sneezing like a lot.
Oh my God, so violent. Nuka Boy 23.
The podcasters will never know.
Who was high in the woods all weekend?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It is. Oh yeah, Nuka Boy, you kind of only joined while John was away, didn't you? So this is John.
Yeah. Also, I feel very sad that 1 million is not leading the quiz. Little change in tradition, but hey.
Yes, but 1 million doesn't know me.
That's true. And the way 1 million works is he would be like, these are questions about Ashley. Ashley has brown hair. What was the name of the army that wore brown shirts in 1932?
That's exactly how that quiz would go.
Oh, I'm okay not leading another quiz. I do not think you are. I think you love it.
I think you secretly love it. 1 million.
No, he loves doing our quiz.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kirsten, how dare you?
I've got some of the questions written.
She was going to do fucking 30. She was going to do so many.
That's great.
I was going to do a lot because I was like, it's a whole 2-hour show. Maybe it'll be fun to just do that. I don't know.
Oh, we got ourselves a new follower.
Thank you, Lucha Freddy.
David Orr, that's a great question.
Oh my God.
Yes, exactly.
For the podcast listeners, Ashley has group sex in Greece, but which was the second song performed in the hit musical Grease 2? Oh, that's so good. So that's happening tomorrow night.
Please tune in for the Who Knows Ashley Best quiz competition between Chris and I. 2 hours on the show. You'll be lucky to get through 10 questions. Also, I'll be coming in hot from an airplane and a nap. So I'm going to be.
I'll also be a little bit drunk because I'm going out before it. So.
Oh, phenomenal.
I won't. This particular friend that I'm going out with, though, I won't be drinking very much, but I'll have had a drink.
Okay.
I want you
and
to know,
I'll be having another whiskey.
I'll have a big fat gin with you.
Did you please all just hear what my mom said right over here? Which is she just looked up and went, "But you'll be without your dear mother."
Yeah.
Oh.
That's very good. All right,
we love her so much.
I'm gonna go hang out with my mom now.
Yeah, do that. We're gonna raid Fox Comedy. I just started the raid.
Great. I'm hitting the video now.
Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. And that's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse.